If you think you still have time, listen carefully. My name is Margaret Ellis Carter. I am 101 years old, and I have outlived almost everyone I ever loved. I've stood beside graves I never thought I'd have to visit. I've watched the world change so fast. It barely remembers people like me. And if there's one thing I wish someone had told me when I was younger, it's this. You are not running out of time slowly. You are losing it faster than you think. So before this video ends, I'm going to tell you the quiet habits that kept my mind from fading and my body from giving up. Not secrets, just things most people ignore until it's too late. My name is Margaret Ellis Carter. I am 101 years old. I was born in a small town in Georgia, in a wooden house that creaked every time the wind blew. We didn't have much, no fancy meals, no soft beds, no easy days. But we had something people today seem to be losing. We had purpose. When I was a little girl, I didn't wake up asking what I wanted to do. I woke up knowing what needed to be done. I carried water before sunrise. I helped my mother cook meals that barely stretched far enough. I cleaned, I worked, and I learned, mostly by watching. Watching how adults handled pain. Watching how they stayed strong when life didn't feel fair. School came when it could, but life was the real teacher. And it taught me early, nothing stays easy. I worked most of my life. The kind of work that leaves your hands rough and your back tired. But that work gave me something many people don't have anymore. A reason to keep going. I married young, I loved deeply, and I lost deeply. I buried friends, I buried family, I buried people I thought would bury me. That changes a person. It teaches you that time doesn't ask for permission before it moves on. Now at 101, I don't move like I used to. I don't run, I don't rush, and I surely don't understand these little glowing screens people stare at all day, but I still use what I have. I wake up every morning. I sit up slowly. I place my feet on the ground, and I remind myself, I'm still here. And that matters. Movement looks different at my age. It's not about speed anymore. It's about not stopping. I walk slowly. I hold on to walls. I take breaks. But I move because the moment you stop completely, your body starts forgetting how to live. I eat simple food, not because it's trendy, but because it's what my body understands. Greens, soup, beans, root vegetables, a little fish. Food that doesn't confuse the body. Food that feels like it belongs. I don't eat much anymore, but I eat with care, because at this age, every choice matters more. Now let me tell you something about the mind. People ask me if I remember everything. No. And anyone who tells you they do is not telling the truth. But I work with my mind every single day. Some mornings I sit quietly and count 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. Not because it's impressive, but because it reminds me, I'm still thinking. I read a little, not pages and pages, just enough to keep words alive in my head. Sometimes I read the same thing over and over again, and that's okay. Repetition is not weakness, it's maintenance. I sing too, softly. Old songs, church hymns, songs from a time when life felt slower. Music reaches places inside you that words cannot. And one more thing. I don't carry anger anymore. I used to, but I learned something the hard way. Anger is heavy, and when you get older, you don't have the strength to carry things that don't help you survive. So I let it go. Not for them, for me. Peace keeps your mind clearer than worry ever will. These days I rest more, and I listen more. I pay attention to small things, the sound of a clock, the feeling of sunlight, the voice of someone calling my name. Because when you reach this age, you realize life was never about doing everything. It was about noticing what mattered. Longevity isn't magic. It's not a secret formula. It's small things done consistently over a very long time. Use your body while you still can. Use your mind gently. Eat food your grandmother would recognize. And don't rush through your life like it's something you can rewind, because you can't. If you are still breathing, you are still living, and living slowly, carefully, with intention is what kept me here this long. Now, if you're wondering how to keep your mind from slipping away, I'll tell you what helped me. Not promises, just habits. First, use your mind, not in a stressful way, in a gentle way. Count things, repeat things, say the days out loud, keep your brain awake but not overwhelmed. Second, move your body, even if it's small, even if it's slow, even if it feels pointless, because stillness for too long makes everything inside you go quiet. And third, don't live alone inside your thoughts. Talk to people, listen closely, say names out loud, because memory is tied to connection. I don't know how long anyone lives, but I do know this. These small things are the reason I'm still here, still aware, still present, and that is enough.